Hello, everybody, and this is the part that you've been waiting for. What to do on a Monday that is a holiday in Colombia. As you guys will encounter, that they have a lot of Mondays that are a holiday, so sometimes you don't even know what to do because everything is closed. Here's a little bit of Rafi singing. My favorite part of these road trips is that he really got to show off his talents and his personality to the family. Everybody was just so in love with the way he sings, and he really feels the music. My cousin and my mommy was there, and they were just so in love with how he acts and performs for everyone. He is definitely not shy. Again, we left Bogota and we were like 45 to an hour out. We took our own food because you guys know these places can be quite pricey and sometimes the food is not up to level, but this place was pretty affordable. The tickets include every single attraction, and then there was some tickets that actually included the train, which I'll talk a little bit more after. We were kind of lost when we first got there because we wasn't sure on what to purchase or where to go, but they do have guides that are everywhere around the park, and you can ask them to give you a better idea of how long everything takes and what to do first so you don't miss any of the attractions. Here's when we first walk into the park. Rafi was very excited and shocked because we had never seen wild animals just walking free out of a cage or a containment area. So this was very fun. It is a great experience, and it is a great moment to educate our children about being kind and nice to nature, as they can be nice back to us, and that's why the animals are roaming free, because people tend to respect them. The views were just beautiful. As you guys can see behind us, there was the Taj Mahal or a replica of it. Everything was so beautiful that you could stop and take pictures, and we got some of the best pictures of Rafi here by the water. This is the replica of the Taj Mahal. I actually went 7 years ago and it was closed down, so I was very happy and impressed when I went in. The first floor is full of art, and then there is a second and third museum when you go up the stairs. This part of the museum, it was all about the history of Colombia, how we were colonized, and then how we got into the battle and broke free, and how we obtained our independence. So it was really fun because there was a lot of history at the bottom, as you guys can see, and we were able to read about it. And it was, again, a very good thing to educate my little one on Colombian history, and he was very impressed. Then we went to Pequeños Gigantes, which is the museum for bugs. Everything is like maximized to the size of us humans, but it's all about bugs. Yep, that's a cockroach on the wall. It was pretty cool because even though the animals were not live, we got to see real life size of the animals or the bugs, and we were able to recognize most of the animals or the bugs that we have seen when back home. There is fleas and ticks in places where you would actually commonly found them, so I thought that was very cool. Rafi was very impressed. We also saw some live ones. They didn't have a lot of bugs, but they did have like some butterflies and a tarantula, and that one was pretty impressive because it was just sitting there. Me and Rafi had a lot of fun because we love seeing bugs, and lately we've been catching bugs outside. So this was very, very fun to just walk through, see, and again, there was things to read and educate ourselves. So that was very fun. Make sure that you guys time yourself right, because if you are taking the train that takes you all around the park, there is only a few trains and they go out every so often, so you do have to make it on time. As you guys see, we were rushing because we didn't want to miss on anything, and we didn't have to come back and repeat, so we were just trying to make it happen. Before you get in the train, they stop you at this little area where they teach you about what they do with the money that the park collects, and how some of it actually goes towards the area of the CONDOR to provide everything that they need to survive and to keep breeding, because as you guys know, the CONDOR is one of those animals that is almost extinct, so it is a big concern for us in Colombia. Here is us getting into the little train, and it was so fun because again, I went 7 years ago to this park, but I did not get to see or get in the train, so I definitely recommend it. It was one of my favorite things to do because even though I have walked the park before, it does give you a different view of it all. It is very awesome too because if you have little ones, they are going to be tired, and there might be areas where you don't want to have to walk all the way to the end of the park, or if you are or if you already saw it in the train, you don't have to repeat it. So that part was very, very cool. I love that the train goes very slow, so you're able to observe and look at everything in detail. Of course, I sped it up for the purpose of this video. There is one of our statues and a couple of attractions with the dinosaurs. They are the life size of what the dinosaurs would have been like if they were still around. I thought that was very impressive because children are always looking for the idea of understanding how big they was or how they look like. So that was very cool. Of course, you guys know Rafi is all about dinosaurs, so he was very impressed with this attraction. Everything around was very well maintained and well kept. This park has been open since I was a little girl. I remember my school actually taking me here. So it is one of those places that you can build memories and always come back to, and you can never get enough of this place. This is like our Colombian Disney. I would say definitely take a lot of food items and drinks because you will be tired and hungry as there is a lot of walking. The park is huge and they do have very good hours, but they tend to close a little early, like 6:30, because once the sun goes down, there's really not much that we should be doing there, especially with the animals roaming around free. So I will say this is one of those places that you want to go mad early. Here are the monkeys. Like I said, this is more like a sanctuary, not really a zoo. They really keep the animals in natural habitats. These are real trees and real grass and a little water island, to put it like that, to keep them safe and keep us safe. Next, we went to the lions. I thought this was so cool because they are only a couple feet away, but again, everything is protected by water so they can have their space, and so can we. I don't know if you had ever seen a lion pee, but I thought that was very impressive. I had never seen that before. The animals look amazing. They look well kept. They were not in distress, and even though there was a lot of people at the parks, they seemed used to it. I love the fact that we were able to see the condor. As you guys know, this is my spirit animal, and this is the actual animal for Colombia that represents us. The condor is one of the strongest and the biggest bird that can fly really high heights like an eagle, but it's a huge animal. It's the biggest of the vultures, and it does eat dead meat. It was an amazing experience because they really educate you about how to keep the animals and how to take care of our nature. Again, if you are stepping in Bogota, Colombia, this is one of those attractions that you definitely have to stop at. This was El Parque Jaime Duque, and if you don't know what to do on a weekend or on a holiday Monday, this is definitely the place that you want to stop at. This moment was magical. He decided to come down so we could see him in action. You cannot miss it. Let me know when you go and comment below.